press briefing held at the Baguda Kalto Press Center underscored the government's unwavering commitment to educational excellence. Ali Balogo emphasized that a key pillar of the initiative is a decisive shift towards a merit-based system for the appointment of principals and vice principals. He stated that TESCOM has moved away from traditional practices and has commenced the implementation of rigorous evaluation processes to ensure that only the most capable and deserving educators assume leadership roles. The commissioner also announced a targeted and rigorous recruitment drive aimed at securing highly qualified teachers in critical science, technology, English, arts, and mathematics STEAM subjects. In a strategic move to address traffic challenges across Lagos, the state government has created 3,941 parking slots in key areas of the state. Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun Oshiemi made this known during the 2025 ministerial press briefing held to commemorate the second year of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's second term in office. Oshiemi said the new parking facilities are designed to accommodate thousands of vehicles, providing residents with safer and more organized alternatives to roadside parking. He emphasized that the Lagos State Parking Authority, LASPA, was established to regulate illegal parking, eliminate obstructions on roadways, deliver a world-class parking system, and promote voluntary compliance with the Lagos State Parking Policy. The Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, has approved the immediate redeployment of key senior officers across the country. According to a statement signed by the Corps spokesperson, Olusegun Ogungbemide, the redeployment involved 3 newly appointed deputy Corps Marshals, 2 assist Corps Marshals, and 24 Corps Commanders. Ogungbemide noted that the changes are intended to strengthen the Corps leadership structure and boost performance in line with its commitment to safer road use across Nigeria. He said the Corps Marshal expressed strong confidence in the leadership and capabilities of the new posted officers, urging them to deploy their experience and professionalism in driving the Corps safety mandate. And now to the rest of the stories. The House of Representatives Committee on Basic Examination Bodies has assured the Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board, JAMB, of its readiness to assist in addressing the challenges militating against the conduct of Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, across the country. Chairman of the committee, Obuku Ofoji, made the promise during an oversight exercise to monitor the ongoing UTME in some centers within the Federal Capital Territory. Ofoji, who described UTME as a vehicle used by young Nigerians in their journey to self-discovery, noted a few challenges at some of the centers, particularly the absence of basic amenities such as air conditioning and first aid services. He also raised concerns over complaints about multiple payments and registration glitches made by candidates, assuring that such would be discussed at a stakeholders meeting very soon. The stakeholders have harped on the need to equip young people with the skills, character, and vision needed to shape the future and attain a great leadership position. Convener of Team Josh Initiative, Josh Ige, stated this during a leadership workshop for students, teachers, school management, leaders and intending leaders, with the theme Building the Next Generation of Leaders. Ige said the workshop aims to build a pipeline of young leaders to provide a sustainable path for good and quality leadership. He emphasized that building the next generation of leaders requires a collective effort through continuous investment in leadership education, character formation, and inclusive opportunities. According to him, with such investments, society can look forward to a future led by individuals who are innovative, responsible, and ready to make a difference. And in foreign news, the Vatican has confirmed that Pope Francis has been buried at Santa Maria Maggiore Basilica, which sits outside the Vatican walls in the center of Rome. In a statement, the Vatican says Pope Francis is the first in over a century to be buried outside the Vatican, and his entombment was a private event, allowing for those close to him to pay their respect. About 150,000 people lined the streets of Rome to watch as the Pope's coffin was carried in a procession to his final resting place. Earlier, there were 250,000 mourners gathered in St. Peter's Square and the surrounding streets for the actual funeral mass. Meanwhile, today marks the beginning of a 9-day mourning period called Novendials, with a mass held every day in memory of Francis. Mourning aside, the Catholic world's attention will soon turn to the conclave, the ritual selection of Francis' successor, where eligible cardinals gather in Vatican City to vote in secret. The cardinals have not confirmed the day yet, but the conclave typically takes between 15 to 20 days after the Pope's death. And in sports, the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) has launched a crackdown on the referees who may be involved in match fixing as the country's football leagues reach decisive stages. In an internal memo signed by the Secretary of the NFF Refereeing Development Committee, Mohammed Aminu, the federation warned all referees in Nigeria, Nigeria Perimeter Football League, Nigeria National League, Nigeria Women's Football League, and the nationwide League One to uphold fairness and protect the reputation of the game. The NFF expressed fears that clubs, their agents, and other football stakeholders may attempt to influence referees in order to gain an unfair advantage. In response, the Federation said it has set up an independent monitoring committee to observe all matches and report any suspicious behavior. According to the NFF, the new monitoring committee will operate independently, with members deployed across all match centers to observe and report any action that goes against the make use of. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that Solo administration empowered 600 women with indigenous business ideas to the tune of 4 billion naira through the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund LSETF W initiative to empower Lagosians? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government is embarking on a significant transformation of its post-primary and technical education sectors, prioritizing meritocracy in leadership appointment and strategically recruiting qualified teachers in core subjects. The House of Representatives Committee on Basic Examination Bodies has assured the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, of its readiness to assist in addressing the challenges militating against the conduct of Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, across the country. We also told you that the Vatican has confirmed that the Pope Francis has been buried in Santa Maria Maggiore Basilica, which sits outside the Vatican walls in the center of Rome. And in sports, Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) has launched a crackdown on referees who may be involved in match fixing as the country's football league reached decisive stages. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluwoporoku. I am Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.